What's going on, everybody? This is John J. Gaiman on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Earlham Dynasty in NCAA 14. And we have our first ranked matchup of this series. We are hosting the 15th ranked team in the nation and the Manchester Spartans. They're undefeated in conference play. They're even 6-1 overall. They're a B overall team, B plus offense, B minus defense. Whereas you already know we got those Fs across the board with a D minus defense as well. And they beat us in every single category as well, except turnover difference in a negative way. We're last place in turnover difference at the entire FBS level. So it's going to be an interesting one, man. So if you're excited about today's episode, I need you guys to do me a favor and please smash that like button for me, as well as hit subscribe if you do have to be brand new and like what you see here on the channel as well. Let's go ahead and get into this game between the Manchester Spartans and your Earlham Quakers. Let's get it. Alright, man, here we go. 15th ranked team in the nation on our turf. Let's get it, man. 3rd and 5. We let Lewis get out on the right hand side. We can't make the tackle in time, though. And the Manchester Spartans, they get to go ahead. They get the first down, man. We're going to have our hands full for sure. One of the best teams in the country. They have a top 10 offense and a top 20 defense as well on top of that as well. So we got to play what we did against in that Bluffton game in the previous episode. If we do that, I think we got a chance to win this thing. If we get a couple of things to go our way as well. That being said, we got to stop those slant patterns, man. Jeff McGee just ran a quick slant for us and was able to get a casual 15 yards off of us in the process. As now we got a 1st and 10 to work with. We're going to go ahead, sell out for the run. And even though we got it right, we're still going to get gashed upfield. Caden Doman coming to bail us out. We avoid giving up the touchdown for right now, but a 28-yard gain, though, you hate to see it, as Turner will drop back. Gonna try to run towards the end zone himself. We get stiffed arm and we stuff him finally at the 1-yard line, though. 3rd and goal coming up. We gotta make a stand, boys. We're gonna go ahead, send the house. We're gonna go up the middle. Finds Jason Jacobs, and on his 100th carry of the season, turns into touchdown number 11 on the ground. That's how the Spartans strike first, man. They got an early 7-0 lead here. As we go ahead, we start off with the football, trying to get it out to Aaron Ball, who was open on that angle route. We just couldn't put a good ball on it, man, so it's incomplete as a result of that. As now we got 2nd and 10 now. Lewis will drop back, facing a crap ton of pressure right up the middle. But we're still able to get a good ball this time around. St. Wilhelm making the catch for the Quakers, and we get a 1st down in the process. As now we got 1st and 10 once again. Matt Lewis will drop back once more, trying to throw over the middle. Was looking for Miami Thomas, just couldn't put that on the money. And so it looks like our backup quarterback, he's looking a little nervous, man. He's not looking too hot here to start off his 2nd start of the season. As we check it out to Aaron Ball, as we could have had the 1st down, but we cut it out of bounds too soon. And on a 3rd and 1, man, going to try to run for the 1st down. Only need 1 yard, just give us some blocks as Aaron Ball gets stuffed behind the line. Minus 3-yard rush. Cameron Perkins disrupts the play. And we have to punt this thing away inside our own territory. Got to go back to the Spartans, see if our defense can play a little bit better here on this 2nd offensive drive of the game for the Spartans. We got 2nd and 5 coming up here. Turner going to drop back, playing up against Garner up the middle of the field, and picks up 12 yards and breaking a tackle or two in the process as well. As now we got a 2nd and 7 once again. Turner looking around, has plenty of time to throw this thing. Caden Doman, think we going to make the tackle. We got a 3rd down coming up, thankfully. Let's make a stand, boys. We got to get these guys off the field if we want to have a chance to win this thing. As we go up the middle, it's Jacobs. He's got some room to run with. It's a broken tackle, and he's in the end zone again. A touchdown, Spartans. Jason Jacobs now with his second run of the game. That goes into the end zone. And it's quickly 14-0 here as we try to run it ourselves, but it doesn't work out either. And it's going to be 21-0 now in a blink of an eye as Matt Garcia gets the fumble recovery and runs it right into the end zone. And that's actually the first fumble of Aaron Ball this entire season. You know, he's actually been doing a really good job of, keeping the ball protected, even though he hasn't gotten very many yards on the ground this year. But that being said, though, the fumble does result in a touchdown. And it's already a 21-0 ball game as Earlham tries to go ahead and get themselves on the board here. Miami Thomas going to go ahead and go for 12 yards on the carry. We got another 1st and 10 coming up for the Quakers as Matt will drop back. Throw over the middle. Has Miami Thomas again. A shoestring tackle stopping us from making it any more yards. He had a bunch of open grass to work with as well, but instead we got 2nd and inches coming up as we're getting towards the end of the first quarter. We check it down to John Evans, who takes a shot but stays on his feet, though, and picks up 7 over on that right-hand side. Good for his first catch of the day. As now we got another 1st and 10 coming up here. Lewis going to try to throw it out to right-hand side. Was looking for St. Wilhelm, but couldn't make the grab, unfortunately. And now we got a 2nd and 10 coming up here as Matt will look over the middle. Finds Henry B. York, but drops the pass. You got to make that catch for your quarterback, man. Come on now. And now we got 3rd and 10 to work with, and it's an obviously passing down because we can't run to save our lives. We try to throw short. Again, looking for Adam Pitts, but just couldn't make a good throw. And with it being 4th down, but we're in Manchester territory, we're actually going to go ahead and go for it here. Got to risk it for the biscuit. Going to throw it up. Jason Bell somehow making the grab. That is a defensive lineman making a contested catch for us. That's good for 29 yards. Sometimes EA likes to hoe us, but this time around, EA, looking on our side, man. And now that being said, Lewis going to go ahead, throw it out of the pocket and find John Evans, and it nearly goes for a touchdown. But, a bright spot to end this first quarter, a difficult quarter for us, as we already find ourselves down 21-0 after 1. Alright, man, so second quarter officially underway now. Let's see if we can get something a little bit better for us. As Aaron Ball, he breaks a tackle, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Earlham. We're finally got the goose egg off the board. We get our first points, man, and we cut this thing down to a 2-possession game. Shout out to Aaron Ball, the custom recruit, for finding the end zone. Now it's time for the defenses to do its job, man. First couple of possessions have not gone well for for us, allowing touchdowns both times. As now Turner will drop back. He has literally all the time in the world. We cannot generate any pass rush so much whatsoever. And I want to send more blitzes, but then, our defensive guys, our defensive backfield's not fast enough either to cover the zones. So we're just kind of in a lose-lose situation in terms of how we want to be beat. We just kind of guess what their strengths and weaknesses are. And it's shown, man. That's why we've given up so many points so early in this game. As Turner, he's going to drop back again. Again, no pressure. He's brought down eventually by Jared Crosby. But he had to do it by pulling on the face mask. So if it's not bad enough, they get a face mask penalty called on us half the distance to the goal. They still completed the pass too. So it leads to another Manchester touchdown as a result of that. Brian Turner getting into the end zone with ease, and it's already 28-7. As we, it's been a tough going for us right now. No surprises here, though, playing against one of the best teams in the country. As we throw over to the right-hand side, finds Miami Thomas for a 16-yard gain. Earlham offense potentially in business. We did score on our last drive. We got 1st and 10 now. Going to drop back. Go find St. Wilhelm over the middle and pick up a nice little 6-yard gain. Make it a little bit more manageable for us moving forward. That's his second catch of the day. As a couple plays later now, we're facing third down. Lewis will drop back, throw over the middle, and find Miami Thomas once more. And that's good for a 9-yard gain on the play. We got another 2nd and 7 coming up here as Lewis will drop back. He's looking around, gets lit up, got absolutely sandwiched. I'm surprised he did not fumble the ball, as that was Josh Jennings from Manchester that got in there and got the sack. So now we got 3rd and 15. We got to throw it over the middle now. Get it to Adam Pitts, who nearly picks up the first down for us. But we're going to be marked 1 yard shy. And the fake punt worked for us the first time. Can we get luck 2 times in a row? But we don't. Mickey Brock breaks it up. We turn the ball over on downs. But thankfully for us, man, we at least force a 3 and out. That's a rarity for our defense. With that being said, though, going to throw over the middle. Fine, Henry B. York. Great throw up the middle. And it's good for a first down. It's time for us to get that no-huddle going, man, so we can get some points on the board before the end of the half. We got 1:30 left to play here in the second quarter, of course. As we don't get the first down the next play, we got to call a timeout. We got 2nd and 3 now coming up. Matt Lewis going to drop back for a little bit. Trying to, I think he was willing for Adam Pitts, but, threw it behind him, unfortunately. He was wide butt naked open. That was for a big gain. So instead, we got 3rd and 3 now. Going to try to pick up the first down on the ground, but we just can't run on this defense like we did to a degree against Bluffton in the previous episode. And now on a 4th and 4, we're going to try to pass for the first down as Lewis will drop back. Tries to find Aaron Ball, but it's incomplete. We overthrew him. We had him for the first down, man. We have to convert on those 4th down conversions. And that does mean that it's 28-7 now. And Manchester, the 15th ranked team in the nation, they now got themselves an opportunity to add on to this lead even more. So a big drive for us here. With a minute left, as Caden Doman almost has himself the interception. We got to be great there, man. He almost got his hands on it. And now we got 3rd and 5. Turner going to go ahead, scramble out of the pocket, has plenty of running room, and picks up the first down with ease. And Manchester calls their 2nd timeout. They got 1 remaining. It's now 1st and 10. Turner going to drop back. Plenty of time and throws it out to the left-hand side. Josh Hill can't make the tackle. Thomas Hall eventually does bring him down with a little bit of help, but it's another first down. That will temporarily stop the clock, though. Because now we got another 1st and 10 coming up. Turner going to the left-hand side. Gets it out to Jacobs, who's brutally stiff arms Caden Doman, the custom recruit, just being absolutely taken to the cleaners. Because now we got 2nd and 1 now. Turner will drop back again. Throws it out to the left-hand side. He finds Gardner. That gets the Spartans into the red zone. With 12 seconds left, they're in striking distance of adding on another 7 points before we get into the end of the half. And that play there now makes it 1st and goal, and they have at least 2 shots at the end zone here. So we got to make a play. We got to make a stand here, guys. We really need it, as it's a pass play. Turner throws it out, but it's Michael Mason. He intercepts the pass. He's going to try to crib this thing back, but gets caught from behind. But what a way, though, to end this first half. Michael Mason read it like a book, and he goes ahead, gets the interception, and at least keeps this thing 28-7. We do get the ball to start the second half. Hopefully this gets the comeback train going. All right, man, second half officially underway. We got the interception to end this first half. Let's see if we can go ahead. Let's get some momentum going here in the second half. Let's start with getting some points on the board. As we start off by throwing to the left-hand side, we find fullback John Evans for a 5-yard gain. Now we got 3rd and 5 coming up a couple plays later now. Lewis with a clean pocket for once. Going to throw it out over the middle. Finds Miami Thomas for a 7-yard gain. That's good for a first down, as it keeps the drive alive for the time being. But facing another 3rd down, we haven't been great with the 3rd down conversions, as Matt Lewis, he's going to run for it. Slide down 2 on top of it, narrowly avoiding that big hit. And it's good for a first down again. As now Lewis will drop back some more. Going to throw over the middle. Finds Aaron Ball. We actually connect on that angle route. That's the third time we tried to do that. And that's the first time we got a completion. Even though he's been open all 3 times so far. As now we got 2nd and 4 coming up. Lewis dropping back. Trying to throw it to Miami Thomas. But Jameel Williams almost gets his hands on an interception. We're actually very fortunate. You know how NCAA is when it comes to drops, as we try to run it with John Evans on the next play. But 4th down, man, we got to go ahead. We got to get this 4th down conversion. We're 1 for 2 so far and make it 1 for 4. Matt Lewis gets lit up like a Christmas tree. And it's going to be a turnover on downs once again. We're moving the ball down the field between the 20s for the most part, despite the fact that we have a 20 overall offense. But that being said, though, we're still not getting any points. And it's a little demoralizing, man, not being able to get any points when you're doing a decent job of moving the ball down the field. And that being said, defense, going to be put to the test once again, because the longer that they're out there, the worse that it is for us, because we only have so many scholarship players on the squad right now. As we go to the left-hand side, gets it out to Jacobs, who stiff arms Caden Doman again. Jared Crosby finally does bring him down, though. But wow, what a filthy stiff arm, though. One of the better running backs in the conference for sure. As now we got a 1st and 10 again. Brian Turner, he's going to take this thing out to the right side, and he's brought down by Jared Crosby. But we're going to be called for another face mask once again. Actually, it's Chris Quinn, and it's gonna be a goal line situation. But a few plays later, we got him to a 3rd and goal, trying to get him off the field. As Reed almost makes the catch. That would have been for 6, but thankfully it's dropped for us. So they had to settle for a field goal, which does make it a 31-7 game. And I don't know exactly what happened here, but it looks like there's a scoreboard glitch. I don't know what causes it, to be honest, but it is what it is. We're still going to play hard, trying to give it everything that we got, obviously. But I think we got a 2nd down right here, as Lewis going to try to drop back. Going to try to throw it over the middle. Thought he had Miami Thomas. Was incomplete. He was hit as he's thrown. As now we got our 3rd down right here. Want to try to convert this so that we don't go 3 and out. Go over the middle, find Miami Thomas, and he takes a shot, but is going to go ahead and make the catch. Shout out to our guy. It's now another 1st and 10 to work with. Lewis trying to get to the outside, finds St. Wilhelm. What a leaping grab by the 300-pound receiver. You absolutely love to see it. And I also love to see our team picking up 3rd downs. And Matt Lewis, man, he's able to get himself to the outside as well. Not as fast as Terrain Patton, but that being said, though, he's got a little bit of speed on him as well, which I do certainly love to see. As we go into the final quarter of play, we're still down 31-7, but by golly, we're not going to give up without a fight, man. That's what we're out here to try to prove, that we can belong at the Division I college football level. As Matt Lewis going to try to throw it towards the end zone, but it's deflected by Josh Jennings. We had St. Wilhelm. If we had more throw power, I guarantee you that was going to be for 6 points. I can smell it. But instead, it's 3rd and 11 now, and Matt Lewis going to try to scramble to the outside. Just going to go ahead and try to scramble with it. And he only picks up a couple of yards. Probably should have tried to bounce it to the outside. But, again, Matt Lewis, he's just not as good as a scrambler. And now we got a long 4th down here, trying to throw it towards the middle, and finds Pete Wise. Touchdown, Earlham. We were going to try to throw it to St. Wilhelm, but because it was so inaccurate, it went out towards Pete Wise. He makes a beautiful adjustment on the ball. It turns to 6 points for us, and even though we don't get the 2-point conversion, we get points on the board, which is all good. We got another close game in our conference as well. The team that we almost beat in Bluffton is taking it to town on the Wittenberg Tigers, who are 6-2. One of the better teams on the eastern side of the division, the opposite side that we are. And now 31-13, we got to kick it back off. Don't want to do the onside kicks just yet. We just, is a little too early for that. But that being said, I might regret this decision, as Josh Hill can't make the tackle. Neither can Jared Crosby. And Josh Lewis takes it to the house. 96 yards for a touchdown. And it breaks the record on this game for the longest kick return in NCAA history. And we also give up our first special teams touchdowns. Gotta love those first, even for the bad. And now 1st and 10, Matt Lewis will drop back. He's looking around, tries to throw it away, and just barely succeeds in doing so to avoid the sack. Gotta take better care of our quarterback. We got 2nd and 10 now. Matt Lewis scrambling again, gonna throw it deep. Finds St. Wilhelm. What a diving grab. Good for 34. It was an overthrown ball, but a beautiful adjustment of that. We're in business, man. We are in Manchester territory as we try to throw it out towards the middle again. It's incomplete, though. But Matt Lewis is down. And with Terrain Patton still out of the game as well, John Evans actually is listed as our emergency quarterback. So he's going to be taking some snaps at QB, man. The fullback is what he's listed at. But he can throw the ball, too, on those fake punts if need be. But he takes a sack there. Now on 3rd and long. Just got to play it safe with our emergency quarterback. And hopefully our quarterback is ready to go and play for us on the next drive. I'm just going to go ahead and punt that thing away. And that's the bad part about not having very many guys on the team. You know, asking guys to do a lot. And when you have injuries, that definitely hurts us. If he's out for extended period of time, that would be the 3rd long-term injury that we'll have to deal with. That brings us down to 45 as we get beat right down the middle of the field. Kurt Gunn takes it to the house, 74 yards. And we're just going to go ahead and cut out at this point, man. It's not looking pretty. Guys are getting hurt, so I go ahead, put in the backups, just get up out of there. And we end up losing to the 15th ranked team in the nation by a final score of 59-13. Certainly an ugly one, as it shows two ends of the same conference. Now we'll go ahead and check out the stats for our guys. See how everybody did in today's game, at least on our side of the field. So this is something that we haven't experienced in a while. We got blown out here today, man. We lose 59-13. And first quarter started off really rough. We gave up 21 points in the first quarter. We did calm ourselves down a little bit. We even scored a touchdown in the 4th quarter. Matt Lewis had a 20-yard pass to Pete Wise, even though we got the failed 2-point conversion. But then Manchester, they went on another run to end the game, a 28-0 run. It was just a rough game for us, but that's what's to be expected when you play against the 15th ranked team in the nation. Checking out the stats for our guys here today, and Matt Lewis got to start for us once again. He had a pretty solid day, all things considered. 23 for 36, 255 yards, and a touchdown. We also had our 3rd string quarterback Michael Briggs come in for a little bit because Matt Lewis got hurt, and John Evans is the emergency quarterback, but you don't want to play a fullback at that quarterback position long term. So we gave Michael Briggs a look, and you know, it wasn't a good showing for his collegiate debut. He was 1 for 8 for 11 yards. Now for the running game as well, we really did try to get that run game going, but we just struggled big time with it. Matt Lewis was our leading carrier. He had 23 yards on the ground, but Aaron Ball found the end zone on the ground though. He had a touchdown, but he also had negative yards rushing. For the receiving game, of course, again, our receivers were very busy throughout the course of the day, and the custom recruits did lead the way for the most part. Miami Thomas, Aaron Ball, and St. Wilhelm each led the team in receptions to a degree. Miami Thomas with the most, with 6 catches, but he did have the most receiving yards though. St. Wilhelm, he had an 80-yard day with just 4 catches, and his long was 34. That was our longest play of the entire game. That being said though, we did not get into the end zone with any of our custom recruits in the passing game, as Pete Wise ended up with the only receiving touchdown for us. He had a catch for 20 yards. Finally, for blocking, we actually only allowed 1 sack today, and that was from Nate Coleman, who also had a pancake as well. And then on defensive side of the ball, we were just simply overwhelmed, but there were some bright spots in there, man. Justin White led the team in tackles. He had 7 on the day. And Caden Dolman, he had a nice performance as well. He had 5 tackles, a TFL, and he did have a deflection. He almost got himself an interception as well. We even did get to this quarterback as well. Lonnie Morris got a sack for us while the quarterback was trying to scramble. And Michael Mason, who's usually our backup tailback, he actually came in, got an interception, and was able to bring it back 36 yards. If we had faster guys, that was a pick 6 as well, because he had some space to work with. But again, you know, just not a lot of talent on this squad, but these guys are certainly playing hard. You got to give them that. So even though we got absolutely crushed out there on the field, we do get some positive news on the recruiting front. We have 3 guys signed with the squad. We get Theo Davis, the most notable, an outside linebacker coming to join the squad. And then we also get a couple of offensive linemen to commit to Earlham as well, and Cornell Smith and Brian Morris. Even though the latter 2 aren't very good, they can step in and get some early playing time right away as well. So next episode will actually be one of the first of 2 rivalry games that we have over the course of this season. We take on the Rose-Hulman Engineers, who, you know, they're 4-5 right now. But when it comes to rivalry games, the records don't matter. The intensity will be there. And let's see if we can win our first rivalry game in this series. It should be a good one. So make sure you smash that like button for me, as well as hit subscribe. You do have to be brand new to the channel. And like what you see as well. All of this stuff only takes a few seconds to do and helps grow the community here, so I would appreciate it. But in the meantime, though, I hope you guys are all out there having a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.